Good morning, everybody. This is day one of a vlog. So basically you're going to do weekly updates of what's going on. This week I've just started back at work. My foot is just about walkable. I'm in a cast still, but I've got to work to earn money. And I've got a few people that I'm, trying to keep happy. So I've got to try and do some work and get their cars ready. The plan is to crack on with Stephen Morton's S13. So Stephen is waiting for a full spec cage. He wanted it for safety more than anything else, but he might compete. He said he's unsure, but it's a awesome looking car. Love them wheels, CR2P Works wheels, and D-Max kit Type 3 with a D-Max bonnet vent. And then, if all goes well this week, we're going to be on the Bust and Loose PS13. This is Bust and Loose corner. This is Rob's R32, which is in his disgust got no engine in. That's why it's so high at the front. But we're going to be cracking on with that soon. And this is Adam Galt's PS13. Adam's too famous for Facebook, but he's on Instagram as A Galt Instagram. So go and search him and give him a follow. He's actually got his car completely ready for a roll cage, all stripped out. Windscreen should be coming out today, hopefully. And then we're ready to crack on with that too. Now the bonus about doing S13 and PS13 is the roll cage pretty much identical. So there's no change in roof lining or angles or anything. So I'm going to get onto Stephen's hopefully later on in this week. And then crack on with that. Well, made good progress today on Stephen's S13. We have the rear bar fitted. That is going to be supporting the main hoop, which is nice and tight. I'll come around the front and show you a better angle. There we go. It's really close to the body, all the way down. So yeah, we've also removed the windscreen. It looks like Stephen might have to have a bit of a play with sorting out a bit of rust around the bottom and around the top, and keep you updated for the rest of the week. Hi guys, this is day 2 of the S13 build and this weekly update. We have got the front part of the cage all tied in now. Stephen asked for a roof diagonal, which we put in there, which is actually touching the sunroof all the way across. Can't quite see it, but all there, and it's welded into the roof there and here. There we go. And now we are going to tie in the main hoop from up in that corner down to here. I always do it this way. I find it stronger for the car and ties everything in a lot better myself. So yeah, doing well. So just to show you round the front, you can see it's nice and tight down the pillars, and also it's welded up there as well. Look, you can see it's all welded around the top. The bottom of the cage is not welded in yet, but all the platforms are done. Pads in the way there, so all the platforms are all in. And I always triangulate my platforms for wiring looms and everything. Just gets it a little bit further out of the way, and it's well within rules. So yes, I'll keep you updated later on, see how we get on. Well, welcome back. It is Tuesday night. We are at 7 o'clock. So I have been flat out. I'm still limping around like hell with my foot, but you know, doing the best I can. So yeah. So we have got the back half of the cage done. So you can see it's all tied in now. All up to the top. And down either side. So yeah, we're cracking on. Just got to line up a few things. And then I am done for tonight. I've also got the roof bar in, I didn't show you earlier. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed for that. Flat out today, started early, and I've done 12 hours today. So tomorrow I'm gonna put the put a bar across here. It joins the main hoop together. It's like a side impact bar more than anything else. Just helps. As you can see, the feet are not welded in yet. Stephen's asked me to try and keep as much as the door card as we can. So I'm going to try and run a double door bar with the door card. So the only thing we might have to lose is the front of the door card here. But we'll have to see what I can do for him, because at the end of the day I want the cage to be as tight as possible. But yeah, getting on well. So I'll keep you updated and I'll do another post tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Wednesday afternoon now. It's about 4:30, and as you can see, made a bit more progress today. Got to trim this door card out yet. We've got the door bars in now, as you can see. Stephen asked to keep the original door card, which was fine. We had to trim it out at the front for the speaker, because the door card actually comes out a little bit, but the rest of it comes out really well. We just had to take the door pocket off. You can see on this one. So we've got to take that door pocket off, and the grill out, and then we've got to trim a little bit there for that to shut. As you can see at the moment, won't shut. The next thing I've got to do is the gussets up the A-pillar. So that's my next task. This is another bar that's gone in today, which is the main hoop side impact bar, I call it. And we tied that in. We tied that into the centre as well. So that is tied in to there. If it'll let me show you on the back. So that's all tied in. So yeah, made some serious progress today. So yeah, making some progress. I'm gonna get these gussets done in the next hour, I hope. And then we have got B-pillar gussets we've got to sort out as well. They go up there. So we've got to sort them out as well. And then if that's all goes well, then tomorrow I'm going to make a rear bumper bar for this. And then see how we get on. We've got to do a lot of, we've got to do a tube front, sort of not tube front, got to basically do a front bumper bar for him and a slam panel, because his slam panel's got a bit damaged from either an engine conversion or something. It's got a bit crushed, so he wants to change all that. So we'll decide where the best place to cut that is, and then we'll make a tube slam panel for him, and then we'll make the bumper bar for D-Max Type 3. So yeah, it should be good. There's the car. So a bit more, I'll give you a bit more of an update later on. It's coming on now. And finally got him smiling a little bit. After he's been waiting for me to come into work after I've done my legging. So I'm still hobbling around, but I'm doing what I can. But yeah, you can see I've done, a few people do different cages a little bit differently, but that's how I do mine. And all around the back of the bars are all welded in. One of the last jobs to do is to weld the feet in, so you can get around the whole back of the door bar. If you want me to explain that next time I do a cage, just give me a shout or give me a like and subscribe, and I'll try and answer as much as I can. So just the way we do things here, that's all. But yeah, so you can see it's the door bar's following the contour and it's nice and strong, and quite the pillar as well. And then we'll get some gussets down from the top right to the door bar or somewhere near. I'll keep you updated. Keep you updated a bit later on with how I get on. And I think we've got Adam coming, who owns the Busted Loose coming PS. I think he's coming up tonight. So have a bit of a gander and get a few things ready for me. So yeah, I'll keep you updated in a bit. Hi guys, just an update. We have finished the roll cage on Stephen's 180 or s13 or whatever everybody calls it. Everybody calls it different names. So I'll show you around it. And put all the welds and everything in primer. Basically just to help it until the guy who owns it, which is Stephen in this case. I'll get an extra light on it so you can see it. Can paint it in when he's ready. And you can see all the cage gussets done. Down the front as well. Nice and tight to the roof. And obviously the gusset's nice and tight too. And then of course I had to do the last tick in the box. And put my tags on there. So yeah, so we've done pretty well. I normally do it a little bit quicker than this, but I've been struggling with my foot. So the next thing to do, as you can see, all this cage is done. And I only had to trim out that much of the door card. So Stephen can still shut his door and his electric windows still work and everything else. I've got to put the rest of the door card back together, but you can see it there. So the next job to do on this is rear bumper bar, and for his D-Max Type 3 rear bumper. So that's my next job. So I'll keep you updated with that later on. Good afternoon guys. Right, we're back with a bit of an update. It is now Friday afternoon now. And basically done quite a lot since the last piece we've just done. All the cage is done and completed, which I think I've shown you. We've actually done the rear bumper bar as well. So you can see that now. It's got a jacking point, 38mm tube, and it bolts in the factory position. Both sides there and that, and then obviously side impact and rear impact just gives you a bit of a crumple zone. So yeah, we've done really well. Got the front up in the air now, front bumper's all stripped off. We have got to do the slam panel as well, which is this panel, anybody who doesn't know that. And then we can tidy up some of this down here for Stephen, make everything a bit easier for him. We left all the car together so we can get that done. Now, the way I've done things is I'll do the bumper bar first, so I can hold the bumper in place onto the chassis, because it's going to mount on the factory positions on here. So it'll have a slotted hole there and a bolted in there. Hopefully the threads are still in there, Nissan threads. If not, I'll just cut it off and weld another thread on there. that's all ready, and I've actually got through a bit of progress making the front bumper bar. So that's all in shape of the bumper, and also do a bit at the top to make sure, because a lot of people make this mistake, make sure this is in the right position when it's on the car, because you'll find a lot of S13 bumpers sag here. It looks really weird, and then you have like a weird bonnet, you have like a weird vent between the bonnet and the bumper because the bumper's too low, so you make sure it's level and all that up. So yeah, we're cracking on. So it's Friday afternoon now, we're going to come back in tomorrow. I'm hopefully going to finish off the bumper bar tomorrow, and then we'll see how we get on, and we'll see. I've got to work out what's the best way of cutting this out and keeping it so it's easy to work on. So I'm thinking about chopping the ends off, making a point on the ends of the flat plate, 2 captive bolts. I'm not sure yet. I've never done this before, where I've actually, normally this is tubed up to here and then it's bolted in underneath the wing. But we're going to try and retain the inner wing until he wants to tub it or anything else in future. We can always bring a bar down to the top of the chassis rail and everything. So we'll have to do some working out on that. But yeah, quite chuffed with how I'm getting on this week. Considering, again, bad ankle, I'm still hobbling around and it's still painful, but stuff's got to be done. I've got to earn money. I'm well behind with work, so progress has got to be made. Also, we're going to probably do an episode in the future explaining what projects are going on where, because obviously you can probably see in the background there's quite a few projects in here. Now, this isn't all my unit. I rent some of it out to the lads, the busting loose lads. Jamie Crowther, which was an insurance S14 job. So if you want a description of what's going on in here and what's the next process and everything else, you can do that. I mean, I will do a episode on the whole Mustang and the whole plan, the build behind that. Bring in some money. So I'll speak to you soon. Hi guys, we are on Tuesday afternoon. I haven't had a chance to update, so it's been a bit mental. Been waiting for materials. Materials didn't arrive when it should have done. I had to go to hospital this morning to have my cast off. They didn't take it off. It's got to be a minute again for another 2 weeks, which is not ideal. But yeah, we're trying to crack through Stephen's car. Yeah, look better. Right, so basically, been doing the front end because Stephen hasn't got front tubs or anything up to the inner wings. I don't see the point of going to here. I think I'll wait till, or hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't have a crash. But if he does have a crash, we'll go up to there after, if he wants to bring it back. So yeah, we're getting through the front end. As you can see, it's quite simple. Bolts in at the bottom, either side where there's originally a mounting point, and then what I've done is actually shorten the edge of the inner wings. I've just made a flat plate on there, make it nice and simple. And as you can see, panel gaps are really nice. I've tried to keep the panel gaps down there on the headlight nice as well. So yeah, it's getting there. Just got to keep playing around, but and we've got intercooler mounts I've got to do, which I'm gonna come off here somewhere. I'm also gonna make a mount to support this, look, because it's a bit floppy, and at the end of the day, that's the headlight adjuster that brings up the headlight. Now, as you might have noticed earlier, I always have the engine covered up. I've got his air filter covered up because, as far as I know, I think this is pretty much brand new, from what I gather. As you can see. So, you know, you've got to look after the customers. There's a few earth points that are normally on the old front panel down there, which I've obviously got to put onto the tube work. So that's another thing I've got to do tomorrow. And the other thing is we're going to fit bonnet pins. So the bonnet pins are probably going to come about here. So they're in a nice place on the bonnet, around about, if I can get the camera in the right place, around about here. So fingers crossed. But yeah, it's a bit of an update. So yeah, I'll keep you updated tomorrow. But the car's coming together now. Stephen seems to be really happy with it, and I'm hoping he'll be even more happy when he turns up and sees it in person. He's got to come in and do some clean up around the windscreen, ready for the windscreen to get back in. So should be able to finish this off tomorrow, and then we're just waiting on Stephen to do some paint work, and then we can get updated.